For almost 20 years, one woman has been on this incredible and pretty shocking quest to transform herself into a real-life Barbie doll. But what actually happens when you peel back all that plastic? Well, you find a story that's so much more complicated and honestly so much more human than you'd ever guess. So, here she is. This is Rachel Evans, who the world knows as Britain's oldest human Barbie. And look, this isn't just a picture, this is a persona, right? Something she has meticulously built piece by piece over years, with a level of dedication that is just wow. And this is her motto: life in plastic is fantastic. I know, it sounds like a line from a pop song, but for Rachel, this is a core belief. It's the whole foundation of the identity she's so carefully put together. Okay, so what does it really take to become Barbie? Let me tell you. The answer is this grueling, nonstop commitment that goes way, way deeper than just cosmetic surgery. It all starts with an 18-year journey of facial modifications. But that's just the surface level. To keep that physique, she trains like a competitive bikini athlete, which is absolutely brutal. And all of that training leads to something called peak week. This is an extreme diet that's designed to get you an almost inhuman level of muscle definition. Which brings us to this number: 52.88 kilograms, or right around 116 pounds. Now, that is not a random weight. That is the exact, painstakingly achieved result of one of those peak weeks I was talking about. It's the target she has to hit to be perfectly camera-ready. This quote, it tells you everything about the mindset you have to get through that. It's a mantra from her competitive fitness days, and it just lays bare the incredible physical and mental price you have to pay to create that flawless, doll-like look. But here's where the story takes a turn. Because before all the pink, before the plastic persona, there was a totally different Rachel Evans, and she was already out there fighting for her spot in the very tough world of show business. For years, she was a working actress and model. She was in music videos, she won bikini competitions, she even went looking for love on a popular reality TV show. And this was all happening long before the Barbie identity ever became the main thing. Just listen to this. This is what she told the producers of First Dates back in 2014. It shows this deep insecurity, a kind of shyness that is a million miles away from the super confident, always-on Barbie persona she has today. So why, right? Why the complete 180? What on earth could push someone to completely tear down and rebuild their identity? The answer is, well, it's found in a story of really profound and repeated personal trauma. Her past was just filled with hardship. And so the Barbie identity, it became a kind of armor, a shield that she built on purpose. It was her way of swapping out grief for positivity, depression for control, and all that shyness for a performance of pure, unwavering happiness. I mean, the list of tragedies is just staggering. She lost her mother, her twin sister, and a child. All of that while she was also battling an eating disorder and the trauma from being bullied so badly her nose was broken. This string of horrible events is what really fueled her need to become someone else entirely. And honestly, she says it best herself. This was never just a makeover. She calls it a rebirth. It was a conscious, deliberate choice to kill off the parts of our old self that carried all that pain. So let's fast forward to 2023. This is where her intensely personal journey suddenly smacks right into a massive global cultural event, the Barbie movie. The movie coming out created this huge shift in how people saw her. It felt like it happened overnight. All those years of ridicule, of people giving her dirty looks or smirking on the train, they were suddenly replaced with smiles, with real connection, and with people just happily shouting, "Hi, Barbie!" After almost 2 decades of being judged for this identity she built just to survive, the movie's success gave her this powerful, and I have to imagine, deeply emotional sense of validation for the life she chose. This quote really just gets to the core of it all, doesn't it? She went from being this object of public curiosity, sometimes even an object of ridicule, to being a person that people genuinely wanted to connect with. So today, she is more in the public eye than she's ever been. She's riding this huge wave of Barbie mania, appearing on major TV shows, going to events, and finally embracing her title as Britain's oldest Barbie. When you get right down to it, Rachel Evans' story really makes you ask a pretty fundamental question about identity itself. Is your true self something you are born with, something you have to go out and find? Or is it something you actually have the power to build, piece by piece, as your own personal shield against the world? It's a lot to think about.